Hey, everybody. If you are wondering how to start a doula agency, I see this question a lot. I want to break it down for you. And first things first, take the fear out of it. I think fear stops so many people from starting an agency. Starting a doula agency sounds big and fancy and scary, and it just doesn't really have to be. And trust me, I know, I was there. And you've probably heard the story. It took me years to get over my fear of starting an agency. And my fear was letting some other doula go out there into other people's homes under my name, under my business name that I had worked so hard to build up, just a stellar reputation in my community. So I was afraid about that. I see so many doulas, though, that have that concern, and then they're also just afraid of the back end work of starting an agency. And I am here to tell you, please don't let that stop you, because it doesn't have to be hard or difficult. It can be very simple and elegant. So let's start with when to start an agency. You should start a doula agency if you want to, when you have more clients than you can handle. If you're getting more inquiries than you can physically serve, it's time for you to start an agency. So, if you have more leads coming in than you can serve, and you have a doula bestie or a doula acquaintance or a doula that you really like, you get along with really well, your values align, they're a conscientious, good person, they could be your first independent contractor. Boom. And then you start sending them out with the leads that you have coming in. And that is an agency. I don't know what most people think. I talked to a woman the other day and she's, oh my God, I think I have to start an agency, but I'm scared. I'm so scared. And turns out for years, she's had 3 doulas working under her as independent contractors. And I was like, so you're already an agency. That's an agency. To me, my definition of a doula agency is if you have other doulas going out working with clients, you have a contract with them, you're independent contractors, but the billing, the client is paying you, your business, and then you're paying the independent contractor. That's all an agency is. And so you don't have to have fancy special licenses or websites or all these things. It can be really simple. It can be really complicated too. But I just needed to come on here and say, if you need to hear that you're making this a bigger deal than it is, then I'm your girl. And you found this video at the right time. So this is just my new favorite thing. I'm leaning into it more in 2026 because I have helped dozens of doulas now start their agency. They're all like, oh, this was the best thing I ever did. They're all making so much more money than they did before. They are thanking me like crazy and doing the work. And I would say probably all of them were like, oh, okay, I can do this. This was not that big of a deal. Reach out to your community. Reach out to the other doulas in your town that own agencies. Have coffee with them. See if they'll let you pick their brain. Or sign up for one-on-one coaching with me. I have a doula agency accelerator. I'll work closely with you for 3 months to get your agency up and running with ease and with all the hand-holding that you need. The other option is we've got a lot of doulas in my doula village that are starting agencies. And so much so that we've added on every month, we have a special office hour session for agency owners. And those are packed with gold. Because I'll tell you right now, if you reach out to an agency owner in your town and say, hey, I'd love to pick your brain, take you out for coffee, they're probably going to say no. But inside my doula village, every month, we have a Zoom call with dozens of doula agency owners where we're talking through how to handle independent contractors, how to handle issues with this client, billing, what software are you using? We have the best conversations, and everybody's running their agency differently, by the way, but it is truly a gold mine of information on those sessions. So if you're thinking about it, join my Doula Village. And I just had someone the other day. She joined my Doula Village at the annual rate. So at the annual rate, she gets to book a one-on-one session with me. We mapped out the whole launch of her agency, and she's off and running. So I want to just normalize that maybe you're making this harder than it needs to be. And maybe you just need a little doula business coach to help you. I just don't, and I think I'm so, somebody was asking me this the other day. I think I'm so passionate about this because if you are, for me personally, when I reached the point in my doula career where I had more inquiries coming in than I could physically handle, I was a postpartum doula. There was only so many hours in the day that I wanted to work and be away from my kids. And I had more inquiries. And I used to just fantasize, oh my God, if I could clone myself, I could take all these contracts and be making more money. So bringing on an independent contractor is the next best way other than cloning yourself. But what I came to, my whole point, is I worked hard to get to the point where I had all those leads coming in. I relied on my marketing background. That's what helped me get to the point where I had more inquiries than hours in the day. And I just thought, that's my 10-year marketing career coming into play. That's the work I did when I first started my postpartum doula business. Networking with everyone and their mother, literally. Posting on social media, doing all the things, and working so hard and doing such an excellent job that I just had a sterling reputation. So to me, that was all worth something. Yes, for a while I did have my doula besties, and we referred back and forth, and that was great. And then I got to the point where I just had more than I could even pass off to them. And even if they were referring back to me, I couldn't even take those either. So that's when I took the leap to join the agency after I got over my fear of someone ruining my reputation, which, spoiler alert, wasn't as big of a deal as I was making out to be. But for me, I was so passionate about that I deserved compensation for the reputation that I built, the marketing that I had done, all the things to get to this point. And I believe that for you too. If you've been a seasoned doula in the area and you're getting all these clients, like, that is worth something. So I want to help as many doulas as possible get an agency up and running, because I go on and on about passive income. Starting an agency is one of the easiest ways to get quote unquote passive income into your business, really to work smarter, not harder, to be earning more money and not working as many hours. So reach out if you need help. Head to my website, thedoularc.com. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be talking about this more and more. Join the Doula Village. Find me on Instagram. Send me a DM and let me know your questions. Hope this was helpful.